Alright, so this is my review of the game Bloodborne here. I'm with my friend Shelly the Turtle, who will be aiding me in this review. I haven't beaten the game, but I'm pretty far through it. I only have one or two bosses left of the core game, so I feel qualified to give this review. Yeah, so for overall, it's a very fun game. It's very difficult, especially at first. You will die a lot in this game, especially if this is your first From Software game, which it was for me. I've never played Dark Souls or Sekiro or anything like that, so I wasn't used to the difficulty. And I don't know how to compare it to those, since I hadn't played any of those. So I'll just be comparing it on its own. The bosses in this game, most of them are very fun. There's a few that are kind of lame, like the Witches of Hemwick are kind of lame. But for the most part, they're pretty fun, and they are hard. They are pretty hard, but it feels very good when you beat them. You can be stuck on them for a day, a few hours, maybe a week, but you always get a rush whenever you beat one of the Bloodborne bosses. One kind of gripe that I have with a few bosses is that some of their difficulty doesn't come from the boss themselves, but the fight against the camera you have. One example of this can be found in the Chalice dungeons, which are an optional event you can do. They're optional areas you can explore and gain experience and things like that, which is called Blood Echoes in the game. One boss is the Bloodletting Beast, I believe he's called. He wasn't a super hard boss on his own, but the camera was a bit of an enemy for that boss. So the camera, especially on bigger bosses, it's a bit of a pain. But overall, I think Bloodborne is a very fun game. If you can get past the difficulty hump, you will have a lot of fun playing it. You can get hundreds of hours out of this game. It has multiple New Game Plus modes where the bosses get harder and you keep all your weapons and experience. And it has multiple endings along with that, so for you to replay it. So you can get hundreds of hours on top of the Chalice dungeons, which I'm working on. And the platinum isn't super hard. I'm working on the platinum right now. Haven't done it yet, but I hope to get it soon. Anyway, out of 10, I'd probably knock 1 point for a few lame bosses, such as the Witches of Hemwick. Microlash was kind of lame too. He had some cool lines to say, but it's kind of just running around in a maze. And I'd probably knock another half point off for iffy cameras sometimes, even when you're locked on. So 8.5 out of 10. I would definitely play it. It's probably one of the best games, one of the best games I've played on the PS4 personally. I've definitely had the most fun with it on the PS4. Anyway, that's my review. I hope it helps someone decide whether to buy Bloodborne for their console. Anyway, check you later. Bye.